I'm going to talk about some types of interview questions you might receive for an interview for a probation or parole officer. One question you might see when interviewing for a probation or parole officer position is, why do you want to work as a probation or parole officer? Organizations want to hire someone who is passionate about the job. First, you should identify a couple of key factors that make the role a great fit for you. For example, I enjoy human interaction with people and meeting people from diverse backgrounds. I enjoy solving problems and working with people. I am a good communicator, both writing and speaking. I'm aware probation and parole officers require these skills. And I look forward to the challenges and opportunity to assist people in their efforts to be successful as a probationer or parolee. Another question you might see when interviewing for a probation or parole officer position is, how do you prioritize your time management skills? Probation and parole officers must handle multiple cases at a time. It's very important they have a strong organization and time management skills. First, identify your strengths with time management and organization by describing how you manage work, school, or other priorities in your life. For example, while attending college and working, I used a daily planner and calendar in my phone to keep track of days I was required to work, attend class, study, and take exams. Another example, I can multitask and make every effort to be on time and work on things in advance. I often make daily to-do lists and complete items by prioritizing them. By discussing these things, these show that you prioritize, have good organizational and time management skills. Another question you might see or hear is, how do you handle stress with last minute changes? Probation and parole can be a stressful job, and often you have to handle last minute changes, dealing with court schedules or while supervising offenders. First, identify your personality and how you handle stress in your life. Second, provide them with an example of how you handled stress. For example, I tend to take things in stride, try not to let stressful things interrupt my goals or things I have to accomplish. When dealing with stressful things or last minute changes, I take time to focus, relax, and be flexible. For example, I had a college exam to study for, and my employer called me into work on the day that I was off. No one could cover the shift, and I was needed at work. I informed my supervisor that I would come into work, although I knew I still had to study. I became flexible and planned to study after work instead. I knew I would be staying up late and would have to adjust my sleeping schedule the next day. Another important question you might hear when interviewing for a probation or parole officer position is, tell us about your writing skills. Probation and parole officers write pre-sentence investigation reports, complete many types of forms, and require strong writing skills. First, acknowledge the importance of strong writing skills needed for probation and parole officers by saying that you're aware that probation and parole officers write pre-sentence investigation reports and complete many types of forms. Second, provide examples of your writing experience or skills. For example, at my current employer, I have to complete inventory sheets and document incidents. I am always conscientious about completing these forms accurately and completely. Another example, I have written many research papers for classes and developed projects for assignments in college. This experience has strengthened my writing skills and ability to write in a clear, concise, and grammatically sound manner.